Alright, Middle Earth SBG Bell Gamers. That's the first time I've had to say that. This is going to be our first ever Army Showcase. And hopefully, if you guys want more, there will be more. I know that there have been a few people who've asked for some more Army Showcases. And it's a really cool way to see some people's beautiful paint jobs and see the different, I guess, color schemes and whatnot that people want to use. By the way, this Thranduil is not going to be part of the showcase, but he is a showcase for me. He was painted by one of the guys who I will actually be talking about quite a bit in this video. But this was done by a local guy, commissioned for me. And he is absolutely gorgeous. It's the Thranduil who was released with the Desolation of Smaug rule set. And he painted him for me, and I was going to use him as a old school Thranduil model because of the old one being out of production, and I didn't feel like using Joe's. I felt like having my own, and I knew that Brad, who's actually in a couple of our battle reports, that he would do him justice. So I asked for him to paint him, and he did. It looks absolutely fantastic. But with that being said, we'll go on to our army review for our first ever army showcase video. Alright guys, so we're here with our first ever army showcase. These guys are the Goblin Town. The Goblins of Goblin Town, I should say. And we started this army pretty much for the channel, to have a little bit of diversity in terms of armies we use. So we started a Goblin Town, and fortunately, I was able to get some of the models that Brad painted. Some of these guys I did paint, some of them Brad painted. And I think overall, the guys I painted look good. I just think the guys that Brad painted look a lot better. For instance, his Goblin King looks phenomenal. He was able to get him spot on. I know that I painted the Goblin King, who did not turn out this well, but he just knows how to do the right layers and paint the flesh tone well. I will say that flesh is really hard to paint, and I know that I struggle with that, and that's one reason I think a lot of people griped about the Goblin Town box set, is because for a starter army, painting flesh is kind of hard. But ultimately, I think that the starter box was a good deal. It came with a good size army, good size collection of guys. Came with some cool terrain. Here's some one of the goblins that Brad painted. I'll do a comparison. These guys just look more like the Goblin Town models. Here's one that I painted. I did a different base job. This was a base job that I did. It was like a painting, the basing that you could buy from GW where it cracks. I thought that'd be cool basing. I mean, I don't think my guys look bad, but I think that Brad's look a little bit better. They look a little bit just neater, I should say. Here's another one that he did. And this is my Goblin King. He's been in a few of our battle reports. And he doesn't look bad. I don't think. But he doesn't look as good as he could. Especially, I've gotten a lot better at painting since then. So this is a comparison. Here is the comparison. So, I will say one thing that always kind of hampered me with this army, the Goblin Town army that is the fact that I didn't particularly find them very exciting to paint. They're kind of boring, maybe, but I think they turned out pretty good, you know. And this is a army that I don't think gets a lot of coverage, which is one reason I'm doing a showcase of it, because it looks cool. I mean, it looks like a horde of guys getting ready for battle. Horde of goblins on their goblin board, and I think it looks good. And you know, we do plan on filming them in the battle report soon. They have not been in the battle report anytime soon, although they had their time in the spotlight and some of our earlier battle reports. And we do plan on doing more army showcases. And if you guys are interested and you're part of our league and you want to have your army showcased, beautifully painted, let us know. We will love to film it. So, I hope you guys like, share, subscribe, and comment below. And happy wargaming.